Well, what would an innovation festival be without some live pitching, unplugged, and dare I say, perhaps a little unprepared. Let's see how they go. These are the entrepreneurs behind the Unbound 50 startups that Accenture has identified. We're just going to whip around a handful of them to see how they do with their pitch. Are you ready? This is live, unedited, uncut. Let's first talk to Ai about her enterprise strength app. Tell us, what is your pitch? What is your business about?
Happen is an end-to-end event management platform for enterprise. So, yeah.
What sort of events?
Mostly we do corporate events, corporate internal events. Yes.
Right. So town hall meetings, annual sales kickoffs, things like that. And how do you help? What does your solution do?
We help the events that the attendees get more engaged and also more fun. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And also from Thailand, right next to you, is a company that has a special type of virtual keyboard, I think.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Okay. Like, we are living in a very rush world, right? So we give you some relaxation when you see your keyboard on your phone and you type on it. We have like lots of themes that you can choose on it, and you also have like more features like calculators that you can like calculate instantly without like chain to other apps.
And this is for the iPhone specifically?
Right now. It's going to be on Android soon.
All right. Look out for it, ladies and gentlemen. We have another company, and Raphael's going to give us the 30-second elevator pitch. What's your business about?
So we're an energy intelligence startup that can achieve up to 40% savings on our customer energy bill. What we do is we leverage artificial intelligence to make flexible equipment like aircon, electric vehicle charging station consume energy in a smarter and cheaper way.
Okay, and do you have to install something at home, or is this all app-driven?
Just a little piece of hardware, which is more or less this big, that helps us monitor in real time and take actions onto the customer premises.
Awesome. And now we have one guest who's very busy on her phone. She doesn't yet know that we are streaming live. What's the 30-second elevator pitch?
We help deepen revenue and increase revenue and deepen customer engagement by providing next best actions at a one-to-one level for customers, both new and existing customers. Life insurance, wherever there's a high net worth customer. Yeah.
Okay. What's a usual use? What sort of customer do you usually have? What journey do they walk through?
So life insurance is one of our key customers, because actually what we found out, if you ask a life insurance how many customers do you have, they can't even give you an answer, because they're very policy-centric. Right. And then they all talk about deepening engagement, but they don't even really know who their customer is. So what we do is bring together all that fragmented data, turn it into a knowledge base, and then help them to actually identify what is best for this customer based on their behavior, their interests, etc.
Awesome, and hopefully those premiums will be worth so much more as a result. Thank you for explaining it. We move on to our next booth, which is Vaz. How do you pronounce it?
Vaz.ai.
All right, what do you guys do?
So we basically focus on fast consumer insights, allowing anyone and everyone to understand what their consumers are thinking right now.
Typical use case?
Typical use case, well, normally FMCG companies like us very much, but we've actually found that more small companies as well, as we become more data-driven, they also are interested in understanding what their consumers are thinking, feeling, and understanding about their product.
And is it machine learning, or have you found the leap into the computer actually making decisions on its own?
So we've actually already have an algorithm that's making some part of the decisions on its own. We've trained it based on our market researchers who have a combined of over 15 years of experience in traditional market research. So they've trained a model that actually help us to select which insights are actually important for people to check when we get our data back.
And playing on your headphones right now is?
Well, actually it's a podcast, it's Startup. Are you familiar with the Startup podcast? It's actually really cool. I'd recommend everyone to listen to it, actually. It's by Alex Bloomberg. Really cool.
I thought you were going to say Maroon 5, but I'll leave that hanging. Thank you very much. We're on to our next booth at the Locks Networks. What do you guys do?
So we're a licensed telco. We're licensed by the Singapore government to provide telecommunication services. Over 90% of companies today still have an office-based communication system called a PBX. They cost $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. You don't need it. With Velox, we provide the full functionality of a high-end PBX with zero capital investment. We provide better call quality than the incumbent Synctel StarHub with 80 to 95% less cost.
So are you telco agnostic then?
We are telco agnostic.
Right.
Absolutely tank agnostic, yeah.
How was his pitch?
Quite good. Yeah.
Quite good, huh?
Quite rushed, but good. Yeah.
Rushed but good. Well, the rushed, I guess that's what it's all about, right? When you're pitching for investments, the investors are not going to hang around and drink coffee. They're going to ask you all the tough questions straight away. Who's going to do the pitch for EcoWorth? EcoWorth? 30-second pitch. You're live on the Accenture ASEAN YouTube channel. You got to be quick.
All right, so we have this. We generate this waste material, this product called carbon fiber aerogel, and we generate it from waste products, so a bio waste, so something like waste carbon or waste paper. And this product here, you can think of it as like a carbon sponge, and it's super absorbent. So for like against organics, so something like oil, something like grease, you can use it to extract it from wastewater, and you can then squeeze the material or heat up the material to recover that waste, and you can generate, that's waste to worth, so generate a revenue from recovering those waste organics as well. So
wow, that's really different from everything else that we've heard. So what's a typical use case? Who would buy your product?
well, currently we're working on 2 pilot plants, pilot trials with 2 companies.
And where?
In Singapore. So dealing with industrial wastewater, and so the goal for that is to work with the companies and help clean their waste, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your vision? What global problem are you solving? How are you going to change the world?
Well, this is the thing. So you can improve our wastewater treatment process and make it more sustainable, generate revenue stream as well from recovered organics. So waste to worth. Ultimately, it's just waste to worth. So creating worth from something that's waste, would be normally a waste.
Well done. Thanks for explaining it. Very impromptu here at Innovfest Unbound 2018, where we are live at the Accenture exhibit. In case you missed that earlier, I'm so sorry to butt in the conversation.
Hi.
Can I just get your 30-second elevator pitch?
Yes. Hi, my name is Franco. We're AdMob. We're a marketing platform that utilizes facial recognition technology and artificial intelligence in order to customize content and show relevant content to passengers of ride-sharing apps such as Uber, Grab, Gojek.
Right. So let's say you're calling a Grab. Where do you guys come in?
Well, when the passenger comes in the vehicle, our tablet has a front-facing camera that automatically detects the age, the gender, and the estimated mood of the person coming in.
Of the rider.
Of the rider coming in. So that, based on those 3 filters, we can then show a more customized content. Meaning a person who's 35 years old female will definitely not be shown sports kind of shows, but will be shown parenting, makeup, and content that is relevant to them, and advertising content that's relevant to them.
And are you able to recognize the emotions too? So
Yeah.
if she's frowning, she's upset, you show her chocolate.
Well, we can show a more funny content to change the emotion and make the content afterwards stickier.
All right, we'll let you get on with talking to your customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And just to, sorry to butt in, but I need this man to give us his 30-second elevator pitch live on the Accenture ASEAN YouTube channel.
All right. Hi, I'm Inder and I'm from Nobi. So Nobi is a mobile-first micro-learning platform. So anyone who wants to learn on the go, so Nobi provides like a bite-sized learning for them to learn on the go. And we work with companies to provide training for their employees. And we gamify the entire experience to make it like fun and engaging for the learners. And that results in our engagement rates of 60 to 90%, which is way too high for e-learning as compared to the standard 10%.
Right, and it's mobile first, so presumably you're looking for a very different audience than a lot of the other learning platforms that are out there.
So it's essentially the same audience, but we want them to learn in a much more better way.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome, we wish you the best of luck. Nobi, that's with a G, not with a K. And you can see the URL. Now this gentleman is just eating his lunch, and as you can see from the sign, I dare say ice cream is very much on the menu of Chauffeur. Is that how you pronounce the name?
Chauffeur.
Right, what do you guys do?
Chauffeur drives footfall to retail stores. That's what we do. And we are a B2B software company driving online to offline commerce.
Right, awesome. Because, in Singapore, we have so many malls. They all date back 10, 20, 30 years. Now with e-commerce coming in, how do you solve that problem of empty malls and empty shops?
Right. So the e-commerce problem is very Lazada-centric, largely. But if you see Levi's.com, people go, but they don't quite buy there. But they more often than not end up in the store. So when they end up how do they end up in the store? It's through our technology. So we embed a widget on Levi's which allows customers to reserve at the physical store.
The legend lives on. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your lunch. It looks like San is a little bit busy right now, but if you've got 30 seconds to spare, can you give us your 30-second elevator pitch live on the Accenture ASEAN YouTube channel? And you can talk to him in a few minutes.
I need to get this out of the way then, because I think it's not ready for broadcasting yet.
Oh, I see.
What we do is from any kind of fiber waste that you can imagine, we can make building materials, products, furniture, you name it. So this is discarded drinking packaging.
Like a Starbucks type cup or a Hugs cup?
Tetra Pak. It's collected at Amsterdam Airport, made into these wall systems, so that the entire airport doesn't need to buy any wall systems anymore. It's made of their own material, so their own waste.
Awesome. How's business going?
Awesome. So ready for scale up in Asia.
Right, and do you how do you get the raw material here in Asia? Because we all know you just have to go to the Philippines, Indonesia, you see so many plastic bottles in streams, you see so much rubbish running around. Are you able to solve that problem?
Well, I think that the problem would not be where to gather our waste, because we are drowning in waste. We can make a selection of the easiest source of waste to create these products from. I think the biggest challenge is mindset. Will we get people, if this is clean and chemical and toxic free, will we get people to use this material as highly valued as a traditional material? That will be the biggest challenge, mindset.
By the way, the guys be able to turn those into...
We would, most definitely.
All right, thank you very much, San. And our last stop here in our live whip around of the Accenture exhibit at Innovfest Unbound 2018 is Mel and the team who are from Club Intelligence Insights. Mel, what?
I'm an intern for Insights Club. Yep. So basically, what we do is Insights Club is a artificial intelligence driven platform. So it's for consumers to have a better understanding about what their target audience wants and needs, and we actually conduct surveys to actually drive fast and accurate data-led decisions.
And if you want to know more, come down to the Accenture exhibit here at Innovfest Unbound 2018. Thank you, Mel. And I'm Mark Laudi. This is our last report for today. I think I'm ready for a drink here at the Swiggy Bar. If you want to come down to the Accenture exhibit, you still can. It is on tomorrow as well at the Sands Convention and Exhibition Centre here in Singapore. That's tomorrow, the 6th of June. If you watched us live, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're watching the recordings, make sure that you share them with your friends and also follow us on Twitter. Accenture ASEAN is the handle. Have a good night.